Smile, the Vaseline smile. Hello, everyone. This is Scratch and Jack, your host for Across the Pond Hangout. Amazing Classic is a Google Plus community of modelers of all shapes and sizes who like to share their tips and tricks with one another, learn more about their crafts, and celebrate one another's skill modeling achievements. And I would say perhaps Amazing Classic is the fastest growing, or perhaps even the largest scale modeling community here on Google Plus. There's bunches of them, but we seem to take on everybody. And we have 1,721 members.
We have no standards.
What's that?
We have no standards.
We have no standards, that is correct.
We'll take anybody.
We'll take anybody, right. We're not choosy. 1,721 members, and I thought that was it's crazy because last night we were one over 2 weeks ago. We had a 1,713. All of a sudden, overnight, somebody got the news that they should join Amazing Classic. And today we have joining us Amazing Classic members and followers of Amazing Classic, and maybe a stalker or two who like to enjoy scale modeling camaraderie. Hello, guys. How you doing?
Good morning.
How you doing, James? So what's going on with you? You got some video up about your paper model.
Yeah. Well, I posted some pictures last night. Like I got the shadow box for the space dock is mostly built. Let's see if I pull up the images here.
Yeah, pull up some images.
All things considered, a box is a pretty easy fold.
Yeah.
You fold up 4 sides and you're done.
Well, you know what? Some people can't do that, like namely myself.
Oh, I couldn't do it. My hat's off to you.
Okay. There's an image of I was beginning the construction of the box. Like the side panels are just foam board.
Board.
And just glued clamp. This is the full box, minus the framework and the internals, but that's the box itself.
It actually looks like you're framing a movie picture.
Basically, you're setting a stage.
It looks like a view screen.
Yeah. And here's the beginning of the lighting and that type thing. Missing one light that's up here now. But the idea is I have one projector here that's facing up into restricted light and it's facing up into the inside of the space dock. This projector here goes strictly onto the planet sphere. I have the shield director on it here, so it limits the light, so the light does not go past the planet disk at all. So just the planet itself is lit up, just to emphasize the sun lighting.
Right.
That was just
nighttime shot.
Yeah. It's not a very good one, but it was the best I could at the time get.
Oh, I don't know. It looks good. That is really cool. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. That's a good effect.
Yeah. There's where all 3 lights are in. This one has only got a slit in the box for the light because I really wanted to restrict the light just going into the front of the of the space dock.
James, what kind of lights are you using? What bulbs are those?
Those are white, warm white strip LED inside the box. Then the box is basically constructed out of foam board, black foam board, then lined on the inside with white card. That's with the lights out.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
James, you could smack me in the head if you wanted to, but have you thought about coloring the outside of the dry dock?
Coloring?
Yeah, the outside. I know all the printed details on the inside, but doing something to the outside of it?
There is nothing on the outside of it. Look at the movie.
No, in the movie, it's brown on both sides. It's brown
Yeah.
on the outside, brown on the inside.
Yeah.
Yeah, like rust exists in outer
It's
space.
a dark gray, which is that the dark gray is there, but there's no lighting or any
No, I know there's no
visible
lighting,
details.
but what I'm seeing is the back of those panels. If
Yeah,
that was- if
but the
that
only
was-
thing you could put on there for detail would be like rivets and stuff like that.
I'm not
That's
saying
about
putting any
it.
detail. I'm just saying coloring it so it's not the white paper.
There's not white paper.
Well, it's not the gray paper then.
It's gray. Yeah.
Oh wow. Oh wow.
There's a beauty shot.
That is really,
Yeah.
yes, that is a beauty shot. That is really cool. Holy cannoli.
That's nice.
Yeah, that is really nice. Oh wow. I am actually flushed with envy. That is really nice.
That should be the last one, I think. Yeah. So that's that. I mean, what I've got left to do, what I got left to do now is to clean up all the wiring, put my power panel into the side, and then put a frame around the outside of it.
You actually gave me a good idea because I've got the TIE fighters, and I'm totally messed up the models, but I got another TIE fighter I got to build to make. I got the TIE fighters, you know, the scene, the chase scene in the chasm, and A New Hope. And you gave me an idea because I'm trying to get I have a canvas that is like a movie theater wide.
Yeah.
And I want my partner to paint it like the walls, doing speed. I know doing speed. That is blurred to give them a feeling of motion. And yeah, I think doing the black foam core framing around it would be pretty cool, and also contain the lighting.
Yeah.
But from the outside, with holes in the foam board to come in, you have them set inside. Do you have plans on putting them on the outside of the frame?
Which? The
The
frames?
lighting box, the boxes that have the lights in them.
Oh, the boxes are mounted on the inside.
Right.
They're
mounted on the inside. Did you have a notion of mounting them on the outside?
No.
Oh, really?
No, I had no intention of mounting them on the outside. They were just strictly on the inside. The idea is that in the dark they will be almost invisible anyway.
Okay.
Where they needed the
How big is that box end up being?
That's basically 2 feet by 1 foot.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
And how deep?
10 inches.
That's not bad at all. That's shelf size.
Is
Yeah.
that all? It looks
Oh,
bigger.
it's only
I thought it
10
was much
inches.
larger than that.
No, it's only 10 inches deep.
Uh-huh. Well, my intention is to like hang it on a wall like the canvas picture that it is.
This
now.
is going on the wall. Yeah. I'm going to hang it on the wall.
Uh-huh.
It's not
All
that
right.
heavy.
Well, let's I'm sorry.
It's not that heavy, so it can go on the wall no problem.
It's a paper model. Come on. It doesn't have the density.
There's a plywood back plane on it.
Made of trees, though, Jack. Those are heavy.
I actually have I'm going to share it soon. I'm going to be finishing up on my monster truck. My monster truck is probably heavier than the whole thing that you got there. So, foam core, it doesn't have any density whatsoever. That's actually kind of nice because it'll be easier to hang on the wall or mount somewhere.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah. Going from Ontario, let's hop over to Illinois. How you doing, Bob?
Missouri.
Well, I don't want to tell people you live in misery.
Missouri. Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
Hi, Bob.
What's up?
Plugging away on the Starfighter.
Cool.
Just about got it finished. Working on the support crew mostly right now. Grab it real quick. Here's the Starfighter.
Ooh. Okay. After you share that, I want to screen share.
Yeah, I put a few pictures up this morning of it.
Uh-huh.
And I've discovered that the base I have planned is not nearly big enough. So I'm going to have to come up with a new base.
Uh-huh. Looky that.
Wazoo.
That is, did you all see it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. Bob, I think you're a modeler.
I try.
Let's see. Is it gonna flip on me?
I hate painting figures.
You hate painting figures. It doesn't look like it. That's really cool. Starfighter, is that a real jet?
Yeah.
It was probably the most famous jet that the U.S. never wanted.
The famous jet the U.S. never wanted.
Yeah.
Explain.
It was designed at the end of the Korean War by Lockheed to be a high altitude interceptor, and the
Yeah.
U.S. basically didn't want it, but they took it anyway. And it ended up Lockheed sold it to Germany, Italy, a lot of the NATO nations, and it actually was in production for over 30 years.
Wow.
The last one was built in like 1983.
Uh-huh.
The first one was built in the late 50s. The last one just went out of service in Germany not very long ago.
Mm-hmm.
It was basically a missile with a man in it, that they like to call it. More slang term was lawn dart or widowmaker because it was such a hard plane to fly.
Well, it doesn't have much of a wingspan.
No, that was
Doesn't have much of a wingspan, and it's all in the back side of the fuselage, all the way in the back.
it's just all engine and a gun.
Yeah, engine and a gun. Yeah, look at that. Wow. And really, I think what's really cool is, again, I go back to that, doing models as a form of exploring the history, particularly of warfare, which is probably the more fascinating about human history, unfortunately. But as you said, this is not something that the U.S. wanted but bought anyway. Curious as to why they decided to go for it anyhow. Is it purely strategical for military, or is it just economic to keep people working, having jobs, producing these things?
Well, they had the need.
Probably didn't want to lose a contract with Lockheed.
Yeah, they had the need. Had a contract with Lockheed, but the U.S. wanted a more multi-purpose fighter. And this was a straight up gunfighter. Every time they would throw another curve to say, make it do this, hoping it would fail, then Kelly Johnson and Lockheed would make it be able to do it. So every time, so it just kept having to eat crow because I said, well, it needs to launch Genie nuclear missiles. So he says, okay. And 60 days later, they had a launch platform for the Genie nuclear missile.
Oh, wow.
It could be an all-weather fighter, and then bang, he figured out how to make it an all-weather fighter.
Mm-hmm. And it's a 48 scale model. Yep. What's next to it on this picture?
That's the F-86D that I did earlier this year.
Yep.
Which is about right at the same era.
Uh-huh. Now, the paint you use for the silver, is that just like silver paint? And is it acrylic, or is it like something else?
It's Duplicolor's Perfect Chrome.
Oh, wow.
A rattle can.
Oh, wow.
It lays down really well. The only thing you've got to do, you've got to put an acrylic clear over it before you do anything else with it.
Why?
Because it's real sensitive to solvents. So like your decal setting solution, or if you put like a lacquer clear on it, it'll attack the surface of the silver, and you'll go from having a chrome finish to a gray. It'll turn gray.
Uh-huh. Wow. That's really cool. I'm just getting the basic history on jets, such as the F-18 and the, what's the other one I just did? F-28, does that sound right?
It's like a P-86, didn't you? Shooting Star or Thunderjet?
I did a Thunderjet, yeah. That would be from the 50s, actually.
Mm-hmm.
And let's stop this. Okay.
Can I just say, Jack, congratulations to Bob on his medals at the IPMS competition.
Congratulations, Bob.
Oh, thanks.
You've earned it. I mean, you say you don't like to do the figures, but I think the figure fits the build, really. You did a good job.
I just have so much trouble painting the. I'm never happy with the faces. I'll spend 6 or 8 hours on a thing and I'm ready to dunk it in the purple power because I'm not happy with the face. And finally, I just have to say, leave it alone.
Right.
So, it's more out of frustration than ability, I guess.
Sure. Well, let's go on over to the back to Canada and to the Newfoundland, right? Labrador and Newfoundland, or Nova Scotia. Is that where you are? Nova Scotia?
Newfoundland.
Okay.
Newfoundland.
It's Newfie.
Okay.
Newfie.
What are you doing, Ken?
I'm not doing much. I'm waiting on supplies come from the Larson Design. I got 3 big projects due for him later on, but you don't want me to say nothing about what I'm going to do. But I do have some kit bashes I got.
I see those big old eagle plans on your desk.
That's one of them.
Oh, wow.
I did kit bash that there a few years ago.
Oh, you did this a few years ago. Okay.
Yeah.
I thought you farted again.
No. Just some kit bashing I got down there. And
wow. He's got a lot to show. You know what? I probably could spend a whole week in his workshop. Oh, wow. A whole week in his workshop and just looking at stuff.
Yeah, I'm down in my new workshop here now. Trying to get things straightened out.
Kit bash. Okay. Really cool.
And I got one more. This one.
Uh-oh.
Froze up.
Did I freeze or did he freeze?
He froze.
Okay. Oh, there we go.
The saucer section came off and on the way down. Bringing it down.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm wanting to do a kit bash too, but that's a pretty extreme one, actually.
There's 3 nacelles put together.
Right.
I used the. I used the. I don't know if you can see it or not. The neck part for the putting the sails on. Both sides.
Really cool.
Yeah. And this one here, I forgot to tell you, I put the warp core through the center of the main body. That warp core, but the
Sure.
Engineering section, yeah.
Yeah, I put it right through the just hit that down through the.
Is this the 18-inch kit that AMT has done forever?
Yeah.
Yeah. That is such an easy kit to kit bash, and it's a lot of fun to do
I
that.
had a few of those, and I decided to. I usually buy some Enterprise stuff. I usually buy a few kits of it because I changes it around, makes different ships out of it. And I got this one. Yeah, this is not a kit bash. This is a.
Yeah, I'm wanting to.
That's sweet.
Grissom. That's vacuum formed.
Oh wow, that's not a kit bash.
No, that's
a scratch build.
No, it's a kit vacuum formed kit I bought years ago.
Oh, that's the USS Grisham.
Yeah.
That was in
Star Trek 3.
Help me out.
Search for Spock.
Search for Spock.
Search for Spock?
Yeah.
Oh, I guess it was for sure. Yeah. It's a science vessel.
Yeah, and that's it for now.
Can you imagine being an engineer on a science vessel? It'd be like a very boring job. And let's hop on over to Ireland. How you doing, Liam?
I'm reasonable now. I'm ashamed to say I'm an imposter on here today.
Uh-oh. Imposter?
Yes. I haven't modeled since before the last Hangout I was on. For very different reasons. I had the flu, the worst flu I've had in my entire life, which felt me for like almost 3 weeks.
Oh my gosh.
And then my wife wasn't well. Then we were away in England, and then something else in between as well. And then I've been working on something else as not a modeling project, but someone gave me a 1974 turntable, which I've been fixing up because it's worth quite a lot of money.
Yeah.
When I searched into it, researched it a bit more, but I'm hopefully get back into the models again this week because I've still got my Captain Jack figure to finish for the IPMS Ireland thing that's finished up in December, so I need to get stuck into that. But it just has been that I haven't been here really, apart from doing some work on this turntable. I just haven't been in the garage at all. Ashamed to say.
No, it's not a shame because you had, especially being ill, that totally bites. I mean, that sucks.
Yeah.
And peck on wood, I'm still okay because a lot of people around me are dropping like flies when it comes to. There's something going around, and I think as we're medicating ourselves, we're just making strains that are more virulent. Virulent is the way you're saying it? Yeah.
Yeah.
And I mean, 3 weeks. That's a long time.
Yeah,
so you got a note from the doctor, so you've been excused. Not an imposter.
The annoying thing was with my employer, you have to have a medical note after 1 week.
Oh, 1 week. We get 3 days.
You declare yourself sick on a form for the first week. After the week, you're supposed to get a medical note from the doctor. I phoned up our GPs, and the National Health Service in the UK now is such that you don't get an appointment the next day. You're lucky if you get an appointment a week, maybe 10 days later. So by the time I got the appointment, went to the doctor's, I was well. So he wouldn't give me the notes.
Yes, you may have been sick, but you're not sick anymore.
Yes. So I am now in discussion with my employer, basically, because they want to dock my salary for the time I missed. So I'll get it resolved. First time in 39 years I've ever missed more than 3 days off work. So nasty.
Ours is like 3 days, and I think it's discretion to management too. I've just seen some people be off a day and they needed some excuse. They wouldn't even accept it once they produced it. I work in a tough place because I'm a public servant like Lou. How you doing, Lou?
Doing good. Don't have any much more to show than Liam, but I got even less excuse. Mine is just I got no turntable to work on. I'm just kind of lazy.
It is that time of year, you know.
Working on the Bandai Boba Fett. There's a head just to show you how big it is. Working on that. Working on a hopper out in the other room, and Slimer, which I cannot bring into here because he will not fit through the door. After railing and ranting about not having enough space last week, I actually started getting some bids from contractors about adding on to the house.
Are you kidding?
Maybe I'll finally have a display room to put such big things in.
Well, can I make a suggestion to adding on to the house? Consider a fire hall design, something that large.
Yes. Well, it would be one big great room display.
You know, there's a house on the down the street on the corner, like we are, and it's a really tiny house. It was up for sale for a while, and it had 2 bedrooms, and I think each bedroom was like 10 feet by 10 feet. It was like a ridiculously small house. But the garage was built by a squad of Amish, and it's like a 2.5 size wide garage, and it's about another half deep, and it's huge. It's one of those things you see advertised late night TV. Like you can buy these metal shed type garages. It's about that big. And I thought to myself, I said to my partner, I says, you know what? Why don't we sell the house and move down there?
Yes, I don't care about the kitchen. I don't care about the bath, but I need a big display room.
Yeah, you'll need some
workspace,
sort of like rolling door that you can fit things.
Yes, if you could park a plane in it, you're good.
Yes, that's us modelers. We need space, and we're pretty well spaced too. Anyway, so you haven't really been working on anything either.
Not really. Like I said, I've been working on Slimer, but I can't bring him in here because he's huge. But working on the hopper, trying to clean up. It's getting cold down here, so I've kind of had to move things indoors and and batten down the hatches. I can't do a lot of big spraying anymore.
Right. This would be difficult to do because of weather. We are sharing the same kind of weather.
Yeah.
I think we all should be ashamed of ourselves, hangs our head low, because the only one that's done anything is James.
Yes.
And Bob. And Bob.
Ken.
And Ken. No, Ken is waiting for supplies. He just showed up what he did 2 years ago.
Oh, I thought you did that in the last week.
No.
I think my excuse is the only valid excuse. I'm sorry.
I was busy
Well,
moving.
we only have to take your word that you know a doctor. We haven't seen this doctor. We don't know who this doctor is.
I deal with the Pratts every day, Lou. At work, I see too many of them.
Perhaps you have a medical chart you can show us.
Okay. Well, I can show up something because
What have you done, Jack?
I did really well last week. I did. As you see right there, it's laying on its side because I put hubcaps are way in there and I had to glue them in, and it's kind of curing. I think I can pick it up now. I got a couple of things to assemble still, like the roll bar, and it's basically going to be a decal day. So here is my monster truck. So we'll show. Well, I'll show it without the hood. There's no decals on this right now. This is the Munsters.
Very nice.
And I put the hubcaps, they're way in there.
Yeah.
So I got to do it now on the other side. I put the roll bar on. I got the back bumper. And I took some people's advice, and I put some wash and some washed out primer back inside the grill so it looks a little more realistic.
Yeah.
Like it's not so perfectly clean. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to getting this done because this is the fourth week I'm working on it, fourth weekend. And I'm, it's really funny because after 2 or 3 weekends doing something, I'm ready to move on to another one.
That's exactly it. I found maybe 3 weeks is my limit. Then I get bored.
I don't know if it's boredom. I don't know if it's boredom. I think it's more like the excitement that I'm just about done and I can move on.
Yeah. Ready for a next project.
Yeah, ready for the next project. And I have the F18 that I bought the kit over again, and I sprayed it with primer that's Rust-Oleum and not the cheap crap. And I should have held out for the cheap crap. I don't know if you guys remember weeks ago I was explaining that all the fine details in it are disappearing. So if I put another layer of paint like its base color, it would pretty much be gone. And somebody made the suggestion to use a hobby knife to cut them back out again.
Right.
I am too lazy to do that. So I'm with you guys. I want to work on something else. I feel like I got to work on something sci-fi now. I did a lot of jets. I'd like to do a car. I should order the paint for my General Lees. I have a 16 scale and a 25 scale General Lee that I want to build. And I want the 25 scale to be on somewhat of a display, a little square that it's sliding in the dirt,
Right.
I don't know if I can pull that off. I'm not as genius as you guys are, but I say.
What you need to do, Jack, for your General Lees is get one of those sound cards so that you can play the car sound, the horn sound.
Oh, the horn sound, yeah.
Yeah, just get one of those little recordable card things. One simple button. Put an MP3 of the horn sound, the Dixie, and then have that on your bass.
Okay, maybe I can have Liam come over and do that. I have to think Liam knows this. I don't know this stuff, but I never watched the show, and I only bought the kit because of the controversy. And believe you me or not, they do still sell the General Lee, but with their decals.
I've seen it at Michael's.
Yeah, you can't buy it, and you look on it because it's a monogram kit, and monogram prints on the bottom of the box all the parts, including the decals. Everything is there except for the flag.
Yeah.
And that's why I went out and bought the kit.
I did notice the last time I saw a box, they did change the art on the box.
Yes.
So that you can't see the flag on the car on the box.
Yes, you can't. Not on the roof. It's easy to do.
Yeah, but I mean, I think they changed the angle of the car so you're not looking at the roof.
Yeah. Right. But of course, if you buy a kit, don't fret because there's plenty of people out there that have aftermarket decals. You run your chance of the quality of it, though.
Yeah.
What are you holding up there, Lou?
That was the sound card. All it is a little. It's got 5 buttons on it, so that you can program 5 sounds into it.
Oh, cool.
But
How much has it?
It's about $10, $12.
And who has it?
Big Dogs.
Big
It's
Dog.
online.
Big Dogs.
Yeah.
Big Dogs.
DAWGS.
Yeah. In
Okay.
Canada.
Could you share the link?
Yeah. Let me see if I can find it here. Hold on.
I wonder, yeah, if you can upload it and screen share it, I'd like to see it.
They're based in Canada, Louis, aren't they?
I think so.
Canada, really? Boy, those Canadians. Yeah, here's, I'm going to do a run back on, let's see, on James build. This is kind of a process. Oh, you already did this, right? Yeah, you already showed this.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That's pretty cool. I so don't have the patience for it. Like, oh my God, I feel like a bum. I thought this was pretty amusing that was posted, and of course the events of the day made it not so funny.
Mm-hmm.
But we can count on Don Gilchrist to give us a little bit of humor. Y'all see that?
Jason.
Just sitting there looking at the calendar. Oh, you people are sick. Anyway. Now, you're still looking for it?
Yeah, it's, let me see, here's a screen capture. Let me find the tool to do the screen share. And let me see if I can. There you go.
Yeah.
Oh, cool. Slider for musical greeting cards, custom greeting cards. Push button. Radio Shack used to have something like that. And
they did. They had something very similar. But you know, how easy is it to find a Radio Shack these days?
Well, for us it's easy, but they don't sell them anymore because they're running themselves into oblivion. They're selling phones now. Might as well be like a Sprint Verizon shop.
Right. That's ours have all turned into that. But that's pretty much it. Big Dogs Promotions. There's the.
You know, there was when I was a kid, I got a gift from my brother, and it got me interested in a little bit of electronics. It was like a board. It was inside a box, and there was a board with resistors and capacitors and IC chips and whatnot. And the connections were like springs. You can, pull the spring aside and stick it in there, put the wires in there, and wire up all kinds of interesting circuits, noise circuits, logic circuits, light circuits, light-sensitive circuits and whatnot. Yeah, they don't make that anymore. I looked online. Or certainly you can find them, but I don't know why Radio Shack does that. They could do a lot of stuff they used to do and don't do anymore.
Well, there's still places you can get those experimenter kits, but not from Radio Shack.
You have to go to like museum stores and stuff like that.
Yeah, or one of the higher profile toy stores like Mastermind or one of those you can get them at too.
Right. And of course, once you grow up, you can play with soldering irons and burn yourself.
Yeah.
fun with electricity.
We can do the real electronics.
Yeah, real electronics and burn yourself. There you go. It's not real electronics if you don't burn yourself. Anyway.
Yeah.
Armando is, I heard he's a doctor. Is that true?
Yep.
Yes.
He's an awfully good modeler, too. I wonder if he's as good a doctor as he is a modeler. Here's his figure of Rick from The Walking Dead.
Now, see, I like caricature figures like that.
Yes, I do too. And this is actually a very good one.
I like them so much more than when they try to be super realistic.
Because that looks so much like him anyway. It's a
you can accentuate things.
Yes. Very cool.
Although he's still too clean.
No,
I mean the character Rick is too. He's one of those characters that throw some water on him, make him take a shower.
Well, I don't know. His shirt
it's got to be hell for the actor to be that grunged up every week.
Yeah. Really
very nice. Look at that. Knuckles, veins in the hand.
Nice. I like to watch.
It's 3 o'clock.
Yeah. Yep. And
now is that that's his sculpt as well as his paint?
No, this is not his sculpt. I'll look up the sculpt. He has it posted on his post here. Oh, then he's got the zombie.
Oh, wow.
Nice. Nice. So the sculpt is Rick Grimes completed. Oh, well, I guess it didn't tell us. Okay, here it is. His name is Rocco Tartanella.
Okay. You use the name Rock Sculptor to Clubhouse. Okay.
Yeah, and see if my internet
what else he's got?
wants to do that. Okay, I'm just going to bring up the site. So instead of doing the blank screen, I think it's going to go wow, 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 wow. I'll take its time.
Yeah. Make sure there's something. There's not anything not family friendly before you bring it up.
Right. Whose family are we talking about exactly?
Family.
Okay, it's still spinning. I think it's going to be indefinite for it to happen. And I am trying to bring up another. You know what? Here it is. It's going. No, it's not. No, it is.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not. Okay. Carl. I'm sorry, Carl Kane. He's a good modeler. Everybody in this community is like awesome. So I'm going to quit saying that because everybody's awesome.
We always want to hear it, though. Jeff.
Yeah, he did a Cooper Mini. A little bit of a, I think, a stock car racing Cooper Mini. All right, let's see.
Rallycross, rally car.
More rally car, I would think.
Yeah.
Rally car. Okay. Got the spoiler in the back. Right. I like it. I like it. I like the the outside of the ordinary, such as a Mini Cooper, because you don't see them very often. You know.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Rocco. Here we go. I don't know if this is family friendly or not, but I'm going to share it anyway. The guy's pretty funny. I think you don't see it.
No,
not yet.
Okay, let's see if this works.
You're frozen, you know.
Okay, am I back?
No.
No. Good gravy. Let's try it again. Talks amongst yourselves. I'll be right back.
Oh, okay.
Let me see if I can try to screen share here. That's what Slimer looks like.
Oh.
Man, that's a big character.
It's huge. You can see I have to repaint the lips or the gums and the teeth, and then paint the eyes back in.
Gotta love technology. Okay. There we go. Okay.
Yeah, I see you, Jack.
Okay, good.
We're halfway there.
Okay, there's Rocco. And let's do a screen share. And share.
Oh, there we go.
Oh, very good.
Looks like
I love those Walking Dead figures.
like his face there.
Carol and Dale, I love those. Not Dale.
My favorite. Oh hell, Carol. I like Carol. So Edgar Allan Poe. Oh, see, we got a video here. Sculptures, caricatures. So it's going to take forever to come up, I'm sure. Because I don't know. I'm not a very big techie. So someday I'm going to have to pay someone to have a computer that works really well. Now put you guys to shame.
We need more shame.
It's not my bandwidth. I'm sure it's not my bandwidth.
Do what Simon's done. Get a Mac.
Oh, don't get me involved with that cult, please.
Cult.
See, none of these are clippable.
Clickable pictures. They're cult if you're not a member.
But still, I think you can see even with this. Okay, do it this way. There we go. I still think you can see the quality of his work. Really, really, really good. So if you're a doctor, you can afford to pay this guy to get a sculpture from him. I'm just poking fun at Armando, that's all. Okay, anyhow, that's just something in figures that you can go out and buy. And Carwin. I think he said he's doing the Enterprise like the 12th or 100th time or something. And he's sharing on the community version of his build. I just found out why my computer is slow. Can you all see that?
Yes.
Yep. See, I like that look. I'm partial to that look.
You certainly put a lot of work into the Aztecing.
It doesn't have to be all that intricate, but it just breaks up the surface.
Yeah.
And that looks like a 22-incher.
It's the Revell one.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
With the grid lines, unfortunately.
Yeah. I was looking at the bridge shape, and I thought it was the cutaway.
It's a nice model, but it's not a perfect.
None of them are, except for maybe the Polar Lights is closest.
Yeah. Have we lost Jack?
I think so.
Oh, we're back to talking amongst ourselves.
Yeah. What's wrong with that?
So, Ken, what are the Eagle plans doing back there?
He can't tell you. He'd have to kill you.
I didn't take you to go see that.
I can't show you yet. It's top secret.
Well, then put it away, for heaven's sake.
It was deliberate. Don't believe him, Lou. He did it deliberately to tempt us, to annoy us. He thought, I'd just subtly place these over the background, just at the right angle. Yeah.
Well, he's using that sheet to cover up something even more top secret.
Right.
And it's been held down by Babylon. No, can't quite make it out.
Oh, yeah, I
figured I would expand my knowledge here and that for future projects to start learning Adreno.
It's enjoyable, James, but I wouldn't have bought a starter kit. I would have bought the bits and bobs on eBay and probably got the whole lot for a third of what you paid for the starter kit.
No, if I looked at what's in this thing and if I bought all the pieces, it would have been close to the same price.
Well,
what I paid for that.
If you're buying an official Arduino, they can be quite expensive, but there's so many clones now.
But the thing is, like I got this from my favorite little electronics store, so the price is good.
Good.
And got their
breadboard.
The breadboard all built up. What's interesting is that I was thinking this base was plastic, because they kept mentioning it's a wood base. And I thought, this is plastic. But then I did research. No, it's actually bamboo mixed with PLA. So it is wood.
Sort of a funny MDF type thing?
Yeah, but it's done with a 3D printer.
Oh, very good.
So you get
the Macintosh gods got me. You see what I said? And the Macintosh got me.
Well, as I said, you only call it a cult when you're not a member.
Yeah. So as I'm restarting my computer, I thought you're right, Liam. You're right.
If you're in the cult, it's a social group.
So when I win the lottery, one of the first things I'll think of is taking a vacation, not buying a Mac, because it'll cost me a vacation to buy a Mac than what I would want it to do. Really.
Well,
Actually, for what you can pay for a Mac, you can build yourself a computer that'll be 3 times as powerful.
Wow. Well, I can't do that. I don't know how to do that. So maybe if I import it from Canada, what do you think? It'll probably be cheaper.
Get James to run them across the border.
Yeah.
You know, and the reason I don't have my lower third, and I feel naked without it, is because I don't know. I think it might be Google. It's actually pretty funny. We don't often blame our computers. We blame Google. And guess what? I think it got fixed. And then I froze.
Yeah.
There we go.
There you are.
I feel fully clothed now. I'm fully
You
clothed.
got your tag back.
We're
Yeah.
45 minutes into the show, and Jack's got his name.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. So I don't have the community up. So what do you guys got to share with me? You were sharing something before I intruded.
Well, I got myself an Adreno starter kit, so I can start learning the programming and that.
What motivated you to do that?
Well, I want to do some complex lighting and that probably in the future and that, and so.
Oh, I see.
Might as well got myself a starter kit to start teaching myself that Adreno programming. So.
Don't limit yourself just to lighting too, James. Look at the.
Oh no! I'll find all sorts of applications for.
There's lots of little actuators and motors and so on that you can do all sorts with.
Yeah.
Jerks with frickin' lasers on their head.
Who said that? Or frickin' lasers on their head.
Mr. Dalmasso, who else?
That's from Austin Powers. That's Dr. Evil.
Oh, that's right.
Too much to ask for sharks with frickin' lasers on their heads.
Okay,
Help me out here. Throw me a bone.
It's so funny when it comes to pop culture. I kind of remember, but I don't.
Oh, that's what I use my head for instead of like math.
So I'm going to. Let's see. What am I going to do?
Any plans for Star Wars in December? No one's doing anything specific, or?
Oh, I think I might go see it.
Well, I've already booked my midnight tickets, and I will see it a day before you all do.
Well, you know what? I'm actually not looking forward to it, believe it or not. And the reason being is they released too many of the trailers.
I'm on blockout now. I saw the first trailer. Now I'm on an embargo.
You know, I should have followed your lead there on that, because after the first one, that's all I needed. You know,
Yeah.
Voice of Luke talking, that was it. That would have been enough. But no, I had to be gluttonous and consume all those other ones.
Yeah.
And you know what? That made me totally disinterested. I'm sorry to say. I'll go see it. No, I'll go see it. I'll go see it, but it's not something I'm going to be anxious to see right away.
I don't want to be sick of it by the time it comes out.
You're
you know, that's a good way of putting it.
a true fanatic if you've booked flights from San Francisco to Paris on the 15th of December, because they're showing it on Air France are showing it on the flight on the 15th of December.
That's right.
Well, I'm not so sure about now because France closed their borders. That's not going to happen.
Things will be started. My son flew to Paris yesterday.
Yes, it's another reason to fight those murderous ISIS people, because they're ruining the flight to France.
Yeah. So they'll not be short of excuses.
Yeah. You know, if everybody built a model, everybody would be a lot more civil. What do you think?
Although there is obviously a predilection for mothers to build military kits.
Yeah, and it's been proven that kids who build models are less destructive later in life.
Yeah. It's a sad world we live in.
Yeah, I'm just, as we're talking about depressing things, I'm looking for fun stuff. Oh, I found some fun stuff. Oh, no. Yes, I did.
Oh, no, it is depressing.
I don't know what's wrong with my computer. I guess it's not a Mac. That's what's wrong with it. Huh? Okay. Am I sharing this right?
No.
I got it. Oh.
Yes.
Got it now. Yep.
Yes, no?
Yes.
Yes. This is Bob's pictures. Explain yourself, Bob.
These are just pictures from the IPMS show, virtual hair show in Chicago last weekend.
Here, and I thought these were all your builds.
No.
Oh, look at that. How cute. If only Nazi Germany was that cute.
He got nice to
Little egg cling. Yeah.
It's really cool. It's cool, though. Oh, yes, the Gundams. Boy, how did he get the mirror finish?
It comes that way.
The Japanese did it.
Yeah.
It comes that way. Oh, he didn't do much. Did he? Okay. Oh, and of course, an old favorite.
Yay.
What's with the lightning sparks coming out of his fist?
That's the way the kit was.
Oh. This is cool. This is cool. You
That's
did something like this too, Bob, right?
That's one of the ones that got the bronze medal.
Nice.
My J2F Doc diorama.
Uh-huh. Ooh. Is it real or is it Memorex?
It's real.
Okay. Oh, and this diorama of the Nazi train yard. Oh, this is just so cool. And this did this one win?
That won everything.
Did it really?
I wonder away.
Whatever.
Size?
It won at the show. It won. If there was an award for it, it won it.
Wow.
How many years' work? That's the thing.
Yeah, to me it's a lifetime's work.
Yeah.
That's really cool. I've been seeing it in person is probably even more cool.
Yeah, it's a museum piece.
Oh, uh-huh.
I like how he's got everything is dirty and everything else. It looks like a factory floor.
Yeah. It's
It's one like 1/35 scale.
135. Okay.
Yeah, it's about 4 feet long and about 2 feet tall.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow.
Must be fun to transport.
Mm-hmm. And a bunch of planes. Oh, this is pretty cool. I think the figures are out of scale.
Yeah. A little bit. Yeah, the car is huge.
Oh, wow. The Cutlass.
Those are all GTO.
As a GTO, it looks like a Cutlass.
Yeah, it's like a 71,
There's
72.
GTO in the back of it.
Oh, right here,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah, Corvette and another GTO. 2 more GTOs.
And a Warthog.
That was a young modeler's first build.
I do like this. This is your build, right?
That's one of mine, yes. That one got also got a bronze.
I do like this. I do like this a lot.
That's my cancer build car.
And I think the reason I like it is the paint, that you have pretty sharp lines between them.
Yeah, you just masked off and then you got the chrome trim that goes in between the
Is
colors.
this the one you got recognition for?
Yeah, got bronze.
Okay, cool. Very cool. That's cool too. I like muscle cars.
Bob, has it made you want to enter more competitions?
I'm working on it. I'm working on it. At least to put on a good show as opposed to, oh, this is actually pretty cool too.
That's Gilbert Mondragon's Mad Max.
109, yeah.
Mm-hmm. That would look like a paint a plain flute fuselage.
Yeah, they both of them are.
Yeah, because the Total the wing.
And the other one was a Mustang.
That must have been a fun show to go to. And how many entries would you say there were?
Oh, there were probably, in the competition, there were probably 200 models.
Wow.
And plus another 100 just on display. And then you had the vendor room, they had 50 or 60 tables of vendors selling model kits and such.
Uh-huh.
What did you buy? What did you buy?
I bought 2 MiG-21s, a MiG-15, a Delta Dart, FW190D, the long nose. Some Tamiya extra thin because I broke the mirror off the car when I was setting up that morning. And then on the raffle, I won a couple models in the raffle. I also got a Revell C47. All that for $55.
Excellent.
Yeah.
And the gas. And the gas.
And the gas, it's a 700-mile round trip to Chicago. Yeah.
And of course, I'd like to screen share the Envy shot.
I thought you'd be wearing them today, Bob. subtly placed across your torso.
I'm displayed across the chest like Mark Spitz.
And shirtless too, no doubt. Anyway, very congratulations, Bob. And you are, I do look up to your technique to consider, or at least the design. Not so much the technique as the design, how you lay out, like the airplanes coming off the water, how you designed your display of your model. You do a very good job at that. And of course, that station wagon, the Nomad, I think it's a Nomad, right?
No, it's a Ford Del Rio.
Del Rio. Just the paint lines are really sharp, and that's what I strive to do. And it's all even toned and not touched up. It looks good. So, thank you.
Oh, you're welcome.
For sharing. Thank you, whoever that was. We're still kind of like in the figure mode in this show. Who is this? Share. There you go. Kurtz Brown. You all see this?
Yeah.
Does anybody know what this is?
Alien dragon?
Yeah. I don't know.
That's what it looks like. It looks sort of like an alien.
Yes, that's an alien hybrid.
It's the ship with the dragon, yes.
And the display that he has, little old guys here. Little log. Really cool. I think this dragon is a bit of...
It's behind you.
One of the alien queen.
Nice.
I think it's an amusing display.
I'm kind of curious as to what that big stain is going down the side. I know what it would be if it was looking at me.
Let's do the merciless zoom in.
Yeah.
Wow. That actually looks like the alien head in a way.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. And he was really good at doing this landscaping here. Thanks, Kurt, for sharing that. That's really cool. There's been a lot of figures lately, and a lot of demonstrations of paint on the community. And if you're watching for the first time, do join the community if you're a scale modeler, even if you're not, just for the eye candy, all the interesting things that we all come up with. Yep, it's at that time. And if you want to see the past episodes of the Amazing Plastic Hangouts across the pond and the Sunday Hangout, just go to YouTube, Scratch and Jack, and take a look. And like this, and if you don't, that just shows you the kind of person you are. And yeah, join us and revel in the wonderful stuff that we do build. I'd like to thank our panel of people who always show up. And there was somebody missing. I'd like to do a shout out for Heath. I hope he's well. And he was doing well last night. He had something to do today, so he's not with us. But it's a shout out to Heath. I hope you're okay and everything, all that sort of thing. And I'd like to thank Bob for sharing and somebody else to look up to. Thank you, Bob. And James, thank you for sharing. And that's an awesome diorama. I'm looking forward to its 100% completion. And Ken, thanks for sharing your past builds, and we're looking forward to your other farts. Okay.
Yeah.
And Liam, thank you for sharing, and get to work, will ya?
I will. I have been, but not what I usually do.
Off your bum, you lazy slobs.
And Lou, it's our pleasure having you here too as well with your quips. Thank you. And your model building is pretty good too. For that.
They don't suck.
You don't. And this is Scratch and Jack, your host for Amazing Classic Across the Pond and the Sunday Hangout tomorrow night. Thank you and happy modeling, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.